Wow, hold on. Wow. Okay, hello everyone. Gao, gao. Hello, Jax. Hello, Gluckness. And hello, Memento. And hello, Nanashi. Hello. How are you all doing today? I decided I was gonna stream today because I had a pretty rough mental health day. It wasn't even a mental health day. It was a mental breakdown kind of day. As some of you may know, I've had a really stressful time lately. You know, I've been working really hard on the game, on inserting the BGM, on working around the composer not being available, not being willing, not being professional. So I've decided to use free BGM, and I've been inserting that into the build. And Steam has been giving me some trouble. And like it's just been a lot. So I thought I would take a mental health day, right? I thought it would be really fun, and I could like take a little break. I could touch grass, and I thought it would be like really fun, right? No, it wasn't. It wasn't fun. It was horrible, actually. Actually, Mama Kuma had the idea, why don't we go to the beach? And I was like, yeah, let's go to the beach. Steam is a bunch of buttheads. Oh, little do you know, Nanashi, absolutely. I'm so mad at Steam. I've been fighting with them. Like last night and today, I need apparently to upload a build, which is like obviously not ready yet because the game is not ready yet. But you know, the first 2 chapters are playable. They're playable, but they obviously need a lot of work. So I don't know how to cut the build, so I had to ask the programmer, Programa-san, would you please cut the build? And they did. But it turns out the actual process, you got to make a depot, which I don't really know what it is, and then you have to make a build. And I have no idea how to do it. I looked up the official documentation, I looked up YouTube tutorials, I looked on Reddit, I looked everywhere trying to find how to do it. I couldn't get it done. And I was just getting more and more frustrated. Especially last night, I was like staring at the documentation for like an hour and I couldn't understand any of it. It's like a foreign language. And, you know, after how horrible the trip went, when I got home, instead of relaxing, I took another couple hours to work on trying to upload a build to Steam, and I was really frustrated, and I was venting, and my friend, they were so kind. They were like, okay, I'll help you. I'll walk you through this. And they did! They did! Because my friend is really smart about this kind of stuff, they were able to help me, and they were able to upload the trial version build, like the rough draft of the trial version, to Steam. So hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully, Steam will finally accept my game and I can get the page live. Because even after the page is live, you gotta keep in mind, I still have to wait 30 days after the page is live. So even if the page went live like today, I would still have to wait until August 23rd to release the trial version on Steam. And, you know, probably by like Wednesday or Thursday next week, I should hear back from Steam, and I should hear whether or not they allow my game page to go live. I hope they do, because I'm really stressed out at this point. I just want this stupid page to go live. I just want people to be able to play it, because, you know, I love hosting my stuff on Just, but it's region locked. And I don't like that. I want Japanese players to be able to play my game as well, you know? Japanese viewers, Japanese VTubers, my friends who are Japanese. I want them to be able to play it as well, but they can't because Just is region blocked in Japan. So I wanna get my game on Steam, but in order for that to happen, I need the game page to go live on Steam, and it was really complicated. It was really hard to understand. I still don't understand, but my friend took pity on me and essentially did it for me because I just so lost. I was like literally almost in tears from anger. That's how frustrated I was. So don't congratulate me. I wouldn't say I deserve any congratulations. I just want this dumb bill to go live. I just want Steam to accept my game. That was the only thing they took issue with. So hopefully they will play through the trial version and they'll be like, yeah, this is fine, and they'll let me have it go live. And once the story page is live, the trial version can go live eventually in 30 days. But that aside, obviously the trial version still needs a lot of work. There's a lot of bugs that have to be fixed. Crossing fingers, oh, thank you, Memento, me too. I'm really hoping that this time it goes through, because if they reject it a third time, I'm gonna crash out. I've had a rough week. I haven't even told you the half of it, Cerberin. I haven't even told you the half of it. But thank you for the kind sentiments. But this brings me back to my story. So, Mama Kuma and I decided to go to the beach. We thought it'd be great. It would be sunny. It would be warm. I made sandwiches for me and Mama Kuma. We brought Momo-chan's food. We brought her toys. And we brought like folding chairs and like blankets. And we thought it was gonna be like a picnic on the beach, right? I thought it'd be like super fun and warm and like tropical, and I could listen to the waves. That's not what happened. Because not only is it like 3 hours just to get there, not only is it like a really long time just to get there, Kuma sandwiches, it's not anything special. It was just ham and Kewpie mayo. Oh, I love Kewpie mayo. And some cheese. It was like very basic. And I'm avoiding lettuce right now because of the shambles that our health department is in. As an American at the moment, I'm avoiding produce at the moment for very obvious reasons, if you've been keeping up with the news. So no lettuce for a while. But anyway, so we had like a plan, right? And Mama Kuma, she was like, oh, well, you know what if we stay the night? And I'm like, oh, that sounds fun. She's like, yeah, we can get like a little hotel room. We can walk to the beach, you know, and we can take our time, and we'll leave Tommy extra food and water, and like we had it all planned out, right? We had it all planned out, right? So once we get there, which is again like 3 hours, and it's very windy and it's very bumpy, we finally get to the beach, right? Kind of. Sorry to hear that, Moto. Thank you, Jack. Sorry to whine so much. But I want to explain the title of my stream. So I'm giving all of you important context. So once we finally make it into like the beach town, we get lost. And we're trying to find this hotel, which it turns out isn't even a hotel. It's a motel, which is lesser quality. Let me get a sip of water, excuse me. So we get lost, right? We get lost on the way to the hotel, which turns out isn't even a hotel. It wants us to take like a pebble road, which is like basically someone's driveway. And we were like, okay, we're definitely lost. We can't we're definitely lost. We have to turn around. And we had to go through a bunch of hills, a bunch of like very steep hills. And it turns out our motel was like several miles away from where we thought it was. GPS led us astray. But we finally get there, right? And it's horrible. It's like basically that scene in American Horror Story Hotel where they find a body in the mattress. It's essentially like that. Like, the room is dirty, there's spiders in the room, there's like no heat and it's freezing. Oh, and let me tell you one more thing. Before we got to the hotel room, we decided to check in early because it was pouring rain. It was pouring rain. And it was lightning and thunder. Incredibly loud thunder. I don't really like thunder, even under the best circumstances. It was very loud, very loud. And lightning, you could see lightning, like several bolts of lightning. You could see it over the ocean. And it was freezing. It was like 50 degrees. And we were like, okay, well, let's just check in early. We obviously can't go on the beach because it's lightning and raining and pouring. And I was like, what is this? I thought it was gonna be warm and sunny. And Mama Kuma was like, why would you think it would be warm and sunny? And I'm like, because you said it would be 94 degrees. And she said, no, I meant 94 degrees where we are. Well, that's why we're going to the beach, to escape from the heat. And I'm like, no, I wanted a warm day at the beach. I'm sorry, Alice. I'm sorry you had a rough week. I'm happy if I make it any better for you. I'm happy if I can make it better for you in any way. So yeah, it was horrible. Thunder, lightning, pouring rain, freezing like 50 degrees. And then the people at the motel were jerks. Whoops. The people at the motel were jerks. They were like, well, you're like early, so we can't let you in. And we're like, but it's pouring rain. Can't you see the rain? It's lightning and thunder. Let us in. And they were like, no, we're gonna clean the rooms. You can't go in. And you know, it's insane that they basically wouldn't let us in because it was because they claimed to be cleaning the room, and then the rooms were filthy when we got in there. But anyway, so Mama Kuma took pity on me, and we went into the nearest like tourist trap, like the little seaside town, and we walked around, and Mama-chan was with us, and I got a burger, and it was good. And we looked at like the seashells and stuff in the touristy traps kind of stores, you know, like the tchotchke shops. They had like a bunch of seashells. They had like diver helmet. There were like some books, and there were like some candy shops, lots of mom and pop kind of things. And then eventually we went back to the motel. And when I tell you, it was really dirty. The hotel room was really dirty. There was like dirt. There was like actual dirt on the window. You couldn't open the door. There was like a little door out onto a balcony, and you couldn't open it because there was like a broken piece of the window frame that prevented you from opening the door. And it was dirty, and there were spiders in the bathroom, and they didn't even give us like proper shampoo and conditioner. So the second I got home, I took a nice hot shower, so I'm all clean now. But it was horrible, and like at this point, I'm pretty grumpy, right? I'm pretty grumpy because like first off, it took us a long time to get here. Second off, it's pouring rain and really storming hard. And obviously, none of us want to go outside when it's like pouring rain and thundering and lightning. That's scary. I don't want to be outside with the lightning, you know. And then the motel room is dirty. And they did not have chat. They didn't have a USB port. They didn't have like any place to plug in your phone, to charge your phone, or like your laptop. Half of the outlets didn't even work in the room. It was not fun. It was not fun. Poor Kuma. Thank you. I'm sorry to whine. I'm sorry to whine. But like you saw the title of the stream. You know what you're in for. So it was not good. And then Mama Kuma took Mama-chan out to like use the restroom and took her on like a little walk, like around, not on the beach, but like by the beach. By the time like the lightning stopped and the rain had stopped. But it was super great the entire time we were there. It was gray and cold the entire time, gray and cold. And I didn't go with them because I was super achy yesterday. And the day before that, I was very achy and very like my hand, like not just my hand, my wrist, my elbow, even like the tendons in my hand were very achy. My ankles, my knees. I don't know why they were so sore. Maybe because the weather? I don't know. But they was very sore, like a lot of pain. Eventually, I did take some Tylenol. Not sponsored by Tylenol. I eventually took some Tylenol for the pain, and you know what? It did absolutely nothing. So I don't know why. It's good to whine, letting go of the steam. Well, I'm sorry to whine. I mean, nobody likes to hear me whine. Motokumakko, the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Yeah! Exactly! Venting is good for the soul or something, I guess. I promise I'm getting to a point here. Maybe. So I didn't go with them because it was cold out. And I was feeling pretty. I thought I was coming down with a cold or something because it was super achy. I had like no energy. My complexion wasn't looking good. But the one good thing was that they had like really garbage cable, so we were able to watch a reality TV show. We were able to watch RuPaul's Drag Race, which is like something that Mama Kuma and I like to watch. Like every week we make a habit of watching it together. So we got to do that. That was cool. And then Papa Kuma, as you know, doesn't live with us. He called and he's disagreeable as usual. Yeah, well, I'll say that. I don't want to get into that. But he was disagreeable as usual. And so eventually we fell asleep. And 2 a.m., Mama-chan wanted out to go to the restroom. So of course, we had to go let her out at 2 a.m. And then I had a hard time falling back asleep. But eventually I did. But between the bad day, between desperately trying to get my game working on Steam and not comprehending the documentation, I just felt so stupid and I felt so ugly and so tired. Like I have a really bad cut on my nose at the moment. It's like right at the bridge of my nose. Like it's a really bad cut and it's taking a long time healing and it looks really ugly and you know, I hate it. And so I feel really ugly and really tired and, you know, it was just a really, really bad time. And at that point, I'm just like, you know, I just want to go home. I want to go home. I'm worried about Tommy. I want to go home. This is your space. Vent as much as you like. Aw, thank you. Well, after a horrible night's sleep, we were supposed to check out was like at 11, but we were like, we hate it here, we want to go. I hate it here, I want to go. Mama Kuma took pity on me. We left at 8, and we got home at 2, I want to say. At like 2 o'clock or something, maybe 2:30, we got home. Finally! And it was just... Once I got home, I was able to hug Tommy. I gave him a great big hug, and I gave him fresh food. I cleaned his litter box. I organized my stuffed animals, which is fun for me. I organized my stuffed animals. And my friend, like I said, my friend was finally able to help me with getting the build up on Steam. So now that my Steam page is under review for the 3rd time, hopefully the 3rd time is the charm, and they will finally allow my page to go live. Because like I said, once the page is live, I still have to wait. I have to wait like a prerequisite number of days before I can actually publish anything on my page. So that was my horrible day. that was my quote unquote mental health day. That I need a mental health day just to recover from it. I almost didn't stream today, but I didn't want to disappoint you guys. And yeah, I thought maybe talking about it might make me feel better, but I just wanted a nice day at the beach, and instead it was horrible and cruddy and cold and uncomfortable and thundering and lightning, and we got lost and there were bugs and it was horrible. Yeah, I think that's the end of my story. Let me get a sip of water. Hold on. And I'm still super mega ultra bummed. I'm feeling depressed that I couldn't go to Offkai. And I really wish I could go to Offkai because my Oshi is there, Yukon is there, my Kamiyoshi Yukon is there, and I could be meeting them. But I'm not there, so I won't be seeing them. And I asked them, would you maybe go to Offkai another year? And they said no. They said probably not. They said no. And then they changed it to like probably not. So like that's really disappointing. But like I understand they're very busy. And you know, if they just want to make like one appearance at a convention, that's totally their right. But I really wish I could have gone. Hello, Gomi! Yo! Hizashiburi! Yukun no hiking kara kita? Well, we have Yukun's father in here, everybody. We have Gomi! Hello! Welcome, Gomi. I didn't know you watched my streams. Hello. Yeah, I'm so sad. I really wish I could have seen Yukun. But even if I had, I probably would have made an idiot of myself. So I try to comfort myself with that. I probably would have made an idiot of myself. Like I said, I have this really ugly cut on my nose. And like, first off, I look ugly right now. Second off, I would be, I'll be really nervous. I would probably like forget how to like talk. I'd be like, you know, I forget how to talk. This happens anytime I meet like a celebrity crush. I would forget how to talk. I would get like very shaky. I mean like full body shakes. Like my hand shakes so badly. Like this. Like this. My hand gets very shaky. I have super shaky hands. I don't remember how to talk. Like, I would make a total idiot of myself had I met Yukun this year. But, damn it, I just really wish I could have met them. I really wanted to give them a copy of the game, the one that I'm working on now, Captured by the Wedding Veil, because they're in it, you know? Because they're being so kind and they're voicing Fuyuko. Like, they didn't have to voice Fuyuko. I asked them to voice Fuyuko. And they were kind enough to voice Fuyuko. In case some of you don't know who Fuyuko is. Hello, Kitty! Oh my god, Hizashiburi. I haven't seen you in a long time. Let me pull up a picture of Fuyuko. In case you don't know who Fuyuko is. Let me pull up a nice picture of Fuyuko. Fuyuko is so hot. Okay, so we have Fuyuko, right? Yukun plays her. Yukun plays Fuyuko. And they were very kind to do so. We still have more recording to do. But like, you know, they didn't have to play Fuyuko. But they said yes, and I'm very happy about it. Like, I'm very pleased that my Oshi, like my Kami Oshi, is playing a character in my game. You know? And I really wanted to give them... Whoops, too big. Have some Yuri. Have some Yuri, chat. Have some delicious Yuri. It's guilt-free, I guess. Maybe. Oh no, Fuyuko's attached to me now! Oh no! Anyway, so Yukun plays Fuyuko, the one of the love interests, one of the heroines in my game. The one that's currently available at Jazz. Anyway, so you can place her, and I just really wanted to give them a copy. I thought it'd be so cool if I could give them like a copy of Captured by the Wedding Veil. Or like even just like the trial version. I'd be really happy if I could give it to them. But, you know, it didn't work out. Sorry, Fuyuko, you gotta go. Sorry, Fuyuko. I can't have you looking so hot. You're gonna distract the chat. God, Fuyuko's so hot. Anyway, and I'm just really disappointed because like, you know, my first game that I made was kind of like not a very good experience, but I kind of dreamt about like giving a copy of that game to like Michael Kovac or like Blake Roman, and obviously because I no longer enjoy that game because it was such a difficult creation process, I kind of just want to wash my hands of it, but not for Captured by the Wedding Veil. I'm very proud of Captured by the Wedding Veil, and I have a good relationship with pretty much everyone who has worked on Captured by the Wedding Veil. I have a good relationship with, except for, like I said, one or two people who have been trying to ghost me lately. That's not very cool. That's not very cool of you. But aside from like one person who I'm pretty sure has ghosted me at this point, it's been like over a month. Aside from that person, I have like really great relationships with everybody who's worked on Captured by the Wedding Veil, and I just really wanted to give Yukun a copy of it, even if it's just like the trial version. And I thought it would be cool for them, and I don't know, I don't know, I thought maybe they would think I was cool, like little old me. Maybe they would think I was cool. Maybe, I mean, probably not, but I wanted to give them a gift, and I wanted to tell them how much they mean to me, like, and how much I admire them, you know? Like, we may disagree on some things, but they're always super civil and they're very mature. They have a lot more grace than I ever could have. They have a lot more maturity than I could ever have. You know? Like, they're very, what's the word? Cool? Or not just cool, but like level-headed, like cool-headed. You know, they're very adult. They're very mature. And like, I really admire that. And I'm like the opposite. I'm like a perpetual like 12-year-old. And I just wish I could have seen them. I'm so depressed. I had to like mute the word offkai because it's really bumming me out. It's really bumming me out. Especially because I used to go to Fanime, which was in the same venue, which is in the convention center. It's in the same convention center. And I used to go there just about every year. And this is the first year in about like 20 years I missed Fanime, and now I have to miss Offkai, and I'm just so depressed. I'm really depressed over it, and I know there's nothing I can do about it. And I just really wanted to see them. Anyway, nobody wants to hear me whine. Maybe next year, you know, I did ask if they could go again, and they said the answer is probably no. So I just have to accept it. But you know, next year, I'm not gonna make another game next year, okay? Because next year I'm probably gonna be still focused on Captured by the Wedding Veil. In fact, I know for a fact I'm still gonna be focused on Captured by the Wedding Veil. I'm gonna be trying to push out the final build. You know, hopefully in Q4 of 2027 is when Captured by the Wedding Veil comes out, assuming we get 100% funded. But next year I do a crowdfund once a year. I do a donathon once a year. Next year, I'm gonna raise money, and I'm gonna put it towards things like I'd love to take a trip to Japan. I'd love to go to Offkai. I'd love to go to Anime Expo. These are all big goals that I don't really save up for throughout the year because obviously making a game takes a lot of money, and also things like everyday bills and things like groceries also kind of eat up any disposable income I have. So next year's crowd funds are gonna go towards anime convention and a trip to Japan. Yeah, that's what next year's gonna go towards. Yeah, I'm not gonna make a third game, probably not for a long time. But next year I'm gonna be focused on Captured by the Wedding Veil. I'm gonna be finishing it up. And I'm gonna focus on doing what I can so that I don't feel like this next year. Even though you probably won't be there. Like my Oshi probably won't be there next year. But I could still go. Maybe. If I raise the money next year, maybe I can. Who knows? Very excited for the game. Thank you, Kitty. It's understandable that you wish you could meet you in person. Yeah, it really stings. It really stings. I hope this doesn't come across as like, what's the word? Like parasocial or like creepy or anything. Like I really hope it doesn't. Like, I'm convinced. I'm really convinced that, like, maybe I'm just, like, annoying. Maybe I'm just, like, a big bother to everybody. Maybe I'm just a big burden to everybody, and they're only putting up with me, you know? Like, maybe, like, the cast and the crew are only putting up with me because I pay them. Maybe they don't actually like me in any kind of capacity, you know? Maybe I'm just a big, annoying Fujo. Which, you know, maybe I am a big Fujo, but annoying? I take issue with that. Kuma-chan should explore Harajuku when in Japan. God, that has been literally my childhood dream, to go to Japan. Literally my childhood dream. Since I was like 8 years old, I've been wanting to go to Japan. And obviously I spent all this time studying the language. So, yes, desperately want to. I will have to get a passport and like a visa. But I would love to go to Japan. Think about it. Think about all the eroge. Think about all the video blogs, the vlogs. You know, think about it. It's literally my childhood dream to go to Japan. So next year, I'm gonna save up for a variety of things. Japan, and like I said, some conventions, things like that. I have some very similar feelings about eroge, not visual novels, voice actors out there, like wanting to form deeper friendships with them. But Ringo and Himari, I want to root for them forever. Well, I think something that I've learned, I will impart something that I've learned, is that it's really not a good thing to go out searching for friendships. Because the game product, or whatever the product is, like, if it's a game, if it's an eroge, if it's like an audio drama, whatever the product is, you must prioritize that, but you also shouldn't prioritize it at the expense of your mental health. So you should not, in my opinion, you should not seek friendships with people. I'm not saying it can't happen. I've made friendships working on The Milk of Repentance, The Wine of Sin. However, I've also had relationships go very wrong and ended up essentially ruining the whole process for me. That ended up being very bitter reminders. So you cannot seek out friendships from people. If friendships happen organically, that's one thing. But if you are purposefully seeking out friendships from people like Baringo or like these bigger name voice actors, I would strongly advise against that, because I mean, worst case, it could end in like harassment. You know, it could end in kind of ruining your experience of working with them. You could come across as being emotionally clingy, needy, parasocial, codependent, and you never want that, right? You never want to come across as needy, clingy, codependent. You know, you never want to come across like that. And you should be your own person, you know? You should be your own person and not feel like you need this person's friendship, you know? Even though you may really admire them, you know? There have been voice actors I've worked with who I really, really, really admired, who I thought were like so cool, or almost worked with. Sometimes I wish friendship was easier in human nature, but oh, hello, Pichax, welcome. Yeah, I wish friendship was easier too, but at the same time, trying to forge a friendship, at best, it'll be a fragile friendship, and I think at worst, it could go so wrong. It could go so wrong, you know? People could very, very easily blur boundaries. People could very easily, like, say, oh, because they're so friendly to me, it's okay if I push their boundaries and I say this or do this and it makes them uncomfortable, you know? And that is never good, you know? I think if you're ever working on something and somebody's acting unprofessional towards you, and I don't mean in the sense of wanting to be a friend. I mean in the sense of like, how do I guess in the sense of like trying to push your boundaries, trying to push what you're comfortable with, trying to foist a dynamic onto you that you're not comfortable with. If that ever happens, you should leave the project, or you should cut them out of the project and, you know, carry the project on without them. Unfortunately, I did not do that when I should have done that. And, you know, you all know the outcome and kind of poisoned the whole project for me. And that was a really unfortunate experience. And I think because at the beginning of that, I was so naive and I so desperately wanted to be friends with people, so desperately wanted special, closer relationships with people, that made me vulnerable, that made me seem people-pleasing, that made me seem naive and innocent and easily to take advantage of. And that's, you know, that painted the target on my back, because not everybody has good intentions. And if they start, you know, if they start pushing for something that's uncomfortable for you, definitely cut them out of the project. And definitely don't go into it wanting friendship. What you should most want out of working with the voice actor is good quality of work. You should want a harmonious but professional relationship with your fellow voice actors, is what I think. Harmonious but professional. I'm not saying cold, okay? I've worked with people on Milk that I'm still friends with, and, you know, we're still friends to this day. And, you know, I'm happy that I made that warmth, that kind of warm connection, that kind of friendship, that really opened doors for me in terms of reaching out to other voice actors who I thought were way above my pay grade, you know, that I never thought I'd be able to come in contact with. But, you know, you just, you can't be too eager, you can't be too needy, and like I said, I think the best thing is to be professional. And if somebody, like I said, if they start forcing or pushing like a dynamic that feels weird to you, or even if you're like in the moment, you're like, oh, this is fine, you know, because I want to be their friend, it's fine, you know, it's not fine. It's very much not fine. And yeah, it's better to hear that now than learning it the hard way. I think I completely lost the thread of the conversation, but I guess the word is, I guess what I was trying to say is that I understand wanting to form deep friendships with your coworkers. I totally understand that. I'm very guilty of that. But just because you want to have these deeper friendships doesn't mean that you should go seek it out, especially when it makes you vulnerable to people who have bad intentions, or may not even realize they have bad intentions, may not even realize they're being a creep, or that they're being harassy, or that they're being inappropriate. But it's about what it feels like to you, you know, and you should really prioritize the project that you're working on above friendships, but not to the point, like I said, of it affecting your mental health, if that makes sense. Because I really should have fired some people when I worked on Milk. I really should have. I should have let them go to the project. But I didn't, because I so prioritized the project, and you know, now I can't even stay on my own game. I can't even play my own game. I hate it now. It's poison to me. It's tainted for me. Kind of ironic given it's a Has-Been Hotel fan game. But anyway, yeah, I forgot what I was saying. But basically, I understand you kitty, but also be careful, okay? I guess that's what I'm saying. Sorry for the rambling. Did I make a lick of coherent sense? I don't know. Someday soon, hopefully. God, I hope I get to Japan someday. Makes 100% sense to me? Okay, well, I'm glad it does to you, because I think I lost what I was saying 5 paragraphs ago. Be yourself, and friendship and love will naturally come to you. True facts. Yeah! That's smart, kitty. I'm sorry. Alice, and our kitty. And our kitty. Oh, like anarchy? Anarchitty? Huh? Anyway, so, like... And if I can't say I don't feel the same way though, kitty. If I had the chance to meet Albadingo, I'd be like, oh, hell yeah. I loved you in Psyche no Fairies, you know? You're so adorable. You know, but that might be pushy. They probably won't like that, you know? And this is why I feel like maybe I'm such a burden and a bother and an annoyance to people that I look up to, because I have this like fawning instinct, you know, like the fawn. There's like freeze, flight, fight, and fawn. I think I very much have like the fawning thing. If I'm uncomfortable, I very much have a fawning response. And if it's somebody I have a crush on, like Chris Colfer or somebody, like a celebrity crush. Like I said, I'll make an idiot of myself. I will, like, forget how to speak. It took me, like, 3 meetings. I went to, like, 3 different signings with Chris Colfer. And, like, every single time, I, like, forgot how to speak like a human. I think the last time I finally was able to talk, and I was like, you mean so much to me because people make fun of me all the time, and your voice is so cool. And, like, I basically trauma dumped on this poor guy. And poor Chris Colfer, he's like, thank you for telling me that. I mean, that's the best I can expect, right? I mean, he's gay. He's gay. I know that, chat. I know that, chat. I know it. I know. I don't need you reminding me. But, you know, the heart wants what it wants. So basically, I had to, like, trauma dump on him, telling him how cool he was to me. And, like, that was the closest I came to being, like, a functioning human around, Chris. And I also totally forgot to say bye. I just walked up to him, blurted out how much he meant to me. He said thank you, he signed my book, and then I ran away! Like a small startled cryptid. And I waited 4 hours. I was 4 hours early. I'm sure those voice actors have seen it all at this point. Yeah, but I don't want to be the kind of person who stands out in a bad way. Like, I don't want to be like one of those creepy stalkers or one of those creepy fans. I don't want to be like that, you know? I want to be respectful and kind. Hello, pumpkin. Gao gao. I'm sorry you ran. You came in the middle of me babbling. In fact, I think I might have a picture of him from when I met him. I'm not in the picture, so I'm not doxing myself. Let me see. Can I see? Let me see. Let me see if I have a picture. Hold on a minute. It says there's no results, but I distinctly remember I took a picture of him. Aha! Okay, here it is. You're absolutely not, because you said they're actual stalkers. Like, yeah, I guess, but, you know, like, for example, I sent my Oshi some fan mail, and they never responded, and I feel horrible about it, because you know what I did? I sent them a second letter! And they never responded. And I feel like they must, like, not hate me, but they must they must think like I'm such a bother. when I wrote my oshi, like a literal actual fan letter in Japanese, my horrible handwriting, I sent it to them and I was like, can we please collaborate? And they never responded. And I sent them another letter and they never responded. They never acknowledged it. So I feel like I must have done something to like really creep them out or like piss them off. And I feel really bad about it to this day. That was a letter I sent to Yukun. In fact, I sent them 2 letters like an idiot, and they never acknowledged it. And I think it's because I must have come across too strongly. I must have come across as creepy, and I still feel bad about it to this day. All right, here's well, I kind of accidentally doxed the bookstore I visited, but oh well. So this is when I met Chris. This was 2024, and look at my baby girl. Look at him. Look at my baby girl. You double texted in real life, except it's even worse because I wrote a physical letter. It's worse. Hello, Chief Rob. Welcome. You're in the middle of me yapping. There's a difference between being genuinely creepy and having trouble navigating social cues. But I don't even have like the excuse of not being able to read social cues. I'm very empathetic. I was able to know when my teacher broke up with her boyfriend, despite her never telling us. I was able to figure it out. Nobody else knew. Anyway, this is when I met Chris, my Oshi. This was when I like ran up to his table and I'm like, oh my god, I love you, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, thank you. And then I just ran off like an idiot. This was at one of his book signings. I visited the store. It was a really nice store. I was 4 hours early. I was the first person in line. And I waited because I love him. He is my real life Hoshi. He's not a VTuber or anything. He's an actor. He's an actor. He also does voice acting, but he's like a real actor. He was in Glee. Please tell me you guys know Glee. Anyway, so I met him. He's my baby girl, and that was when I was like, you mean so much to me, and people bully me for my voices. Your voice is so cool, and blah, blah, blah. Like that was it basically, and I did like the most embarrassing. I was like wringing my hands together. I was like very enthusiastically gesturing like a fool. I hope Chris is doing well. He probably doesn't remember me and is just as well, honestly. I'm guilty of coming across strong at times, though I've been trying to get a little better at toning it down. I'm bad at reading social cues. It's hard to read social cues in real life. But, Kitty, I think you've made a lot of progress. I think you have. You know, I've known you for a very long time. I think you've made a lot of progress. Let me get a sip of water. Hold on. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Let me make this very clear, chat. I am not heterosexual. Please do not mistake me for a het. I am bi. But I've had a crush on Chris Colfer for since like 2015, honestly. Too bad I missed Glee when it was in its heyday. But anyway, I guess the point was that like I don't want to come across as like creepy or like weird or anything, you know? I mean, oh my god. Do you guys know who Trixie and Kaya are? Like the drag queens, Trixie and Kaya? There was somebody, I'm not making this up. There was somebody at DragCon, which is in LA. She stood up and she started reading RPF, which is real person fiction, in case you don't know, of Trixie and Kaya having sex. Whoops, that was my microphone. She read out loud RPF of Trixie and Kaya having sex to them! And I want to be clear, I love real person fiction. God knows I am very guilty of shipping Darren Criss and Chris Colfer together. I'm very guilty of it, okay? I love real person fiction. However, the golden rule of real person fiction is that you never show it to the person it's about, and you tag it heavily. I think there's a lot of like pro-ship and pro-fiction spaces that are like anti-RPF, and to me it's dumb because it's RPF, it's in the name. Fiction. You're not actually writing a biography about like the sordid scandals of their lives like a gossip tabloid would. You know, you're not doing that. You're just making up stories about these celebrities. Like, it's harmless. Like, who cares if you want to ship the BTS boys together? I don't care. It's totally harmless. But some people are really weird about it because they're like, it's disrespecting the people, blah 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 blah. But like, number one, they don't know it exists. Number two, you've tagged it. And if they go searching it for themselves and they find it, that's kind of on them, you know? The one exception is if it's about like a real life minor, that I take an issue with. Because that's like an actual real life child. That I take an issue with. That is like the one thing I will not write. I will not write RPF of like minors. It's in like my commission terms of services. That's like the one thing I will not write. However, yeah, somebody was reading her RPF Trixie and Kaya fanfic, and they were like, please don't! And she was like, I'm gonna! And like, don't do that. You know, don't do that. Write your RPF, but don't show it to the people it's about. Oh my god. That's rude, you know? That's rude. So yeah, I don't wanna be like that. I don't wanna be like so devoid of like emotional empathy, I guess. I don't want to be like so devoid of like picking up on someone's comfort levels that I start reading like RPF. I would never do that though. I have like several like half-written rough drafts of like Darren Criss and Chris Colfer though. I have several half-written rough drafts, and like I never save them either, so they're just kind of languishing in my head at this point. Yeah, let that be a commentary on celebrity culture. Yeah, on VTuber culture, in fact. Yeah, don't be a creep. Respect their comfort levels, I say, as someone who double checks it in real life. But those were letters, you know. Like they're probably thrown away. They're probably thrown away. It's fine. It definitely doesn't keep me up at night. Definitely not. Anyway, I'm really sad I can't go to off-kai. If anybody here is going to off-kai, can you please get a selfie of Yukon? But you have to follow their rules, okay? They're very finicky about selfies. So like, they have to like have their face obscured, and that's fine. But like, if you could like tell them like, actually no, you know what? Don't. That's even worse. If I have one of you pass on a message that like Kumakko loves you or something, that would be even worse. So actually, you know what? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Forget I said anything. Don't do that. If I ever meet Yukon in another off-kai or something, I will give them the message myself. And I will tell them how much I admire them and how much they mean to me, and please don't hate me, and give them a gift. Yeah. But that's for me to do, okay? None of you do that for me. None of you do that for me. Yeah, now that I think about it, now that I think as the words are coming out of my mouth, asking somebody to pass on the message that Mayoshi loves you, that's a bit much, you know, don't do that. That sounds really bad. Now that I hear it coming out of my mouth, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. And I mean it platonically anyway. Let me get a little sip of water, a little sip. It's like, it's the same as a celebrity crush. It's never gonna happen, you know? Okay, well, that's enough of me yammering. In other news, let me tell you about my game. Just USA has listed the page. Let me see if I can show it to you. I want to show it to you. Just USA has officially opened the page for Captured by the Wedding Veil. Let me open it up for you. Bear with me. So the Steam page, like I said, is gonna take a while because they're still fighting me tooth and nail about my content and whether they consider it adult only or not. You know, it's taking a while. Here we are. let's open this like this and make this a little smaller. Make this a little smaller. Yeah, like that, like that, like that, like that. Yeah, like that. Okay, let me move this here, and let me get some BGM. Hold on. Whoops. Uh-oh. Okay, so I want to tell you guys that the jazz page for my game is out. Ta-da! Ta-da! Ha! Do you like it? Yeah! All three of them are just like various levels of yandere. I find this screenshot really funny. But anyway, so this is the page. It is live. You can pre-order or wishlist the page. It's not out yet, and it probably won't be out until like 2027, late 2027. But you know, here's the nice little capsule I made for it with the Japanese intact. And you have the voice actors. And here's Yukun right over here. And here's the characters. I already read all of this to you guys, but here it is. I'll put the link in the chat. And then you have the features, which is entirely free. It's fully voiced by the industry veterans: Michaela Laws, Hideaki Yu, Valentine Stokes, 6 endings, Omegaverse-inspired setting, dark dystopian romance, 12 CG and 75,000 words. Then you got the teaser trailer, and then you have coming soon, a romance drama. The content is visual novel, safe for work, female protagonist, Seiri no Tome. And then if you click my name here, you can see all the other stuff that I've done. I've done 2 games. So, I think that's pretty cool. Jazz does what Steam doesn't, yeah. I've known them since they did the School Days translation. I've known them since they published Yume Midokuri. Which is a long time. When did Yume Midokuri come out in English? I don't remember. Anyway, let's go back over to chatting. Yeah, Just was very easy to work with. Just is very easy to work with, so I'm very pleased with that. But when it comes to Steam, yeah, they don't like me. They fight me every step of the way. Somebody there, seriously, doesn't like visual novels. Somebody really hates visual novels over at Steam. Remember when they tried? Actually, they did. They successfully banned Chaos Head. I think it was Chaos Head Noah. And then there was such an uproar that they reversed the decision with like no changes made. And like somebody just really hates visual novels. And this isn't even a Japanese visual novel. It's an original English language visual novel. And it just so frustrating. Why do you hate visual novels? Are you you're gonna be afraid you'll like it? Why do you hate them so much? Are you just xenophobic? Are you just racist? Do you just hate like fun? Why do you not like visual novels? I keep hearing it's really just one reviewer that's so difficult and biased for no reason. Yeah, I was forced to mark 2 women kissing as adult only. Fully clothed. But I was forced to mark it as adult only, which is crazy homophobic. Crazy! It's like, what? There are a few reviewers and the others are fine. Just this one person, if you happen to get them, you're just boned. Like, why don't they say, what is the name of this person? I need to know the name of this person so that I can, like, I'm sure there's gotta be, like, a legal precedent for this. You know, it's like if enough visual novel developers come together, there's gotta be legal precedents to get this person, like, fired, right? Because it's not even about, like, values anymore. It's about censorship. It's about censorship because they hate this one genre. They hate this whole genre. That's like censorship. You know, like Doki Doki Literature Club, didn't it just get banned on Google Store? And it's crazy. Mary is not the real name, it's what people call them. Okay. Mary, I have it out for you. I wonder about the people behind Steam sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, some things about Steam are awfully shady. You know, they hate visual novels, they have AI, like what? That's not cool. That's not cool. I don't like that. Anyway, so hopefully in a week, like on Thursday or Wednesday, I will have an answer as to whether my page can go live or not. If they reject it again, I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna freaking crash out. I'm gonna be so sad and cry. I'm gonna crash out. I am trying so hard. This is a free game, okay? This is a free game. I am putting so much into this game. I just wanna share it with people. It's Visa and MasterCard. It's everybody. It's Steam and Visa and MasterCard and the Australian people. What was it? Shout? What was it called? Shout or something? It was like some Australian group of Karens. It's Visa, it's MasterCard, it's Steam. It's like a bunch of different things. It's like Christian nationalism. It's a lot. It's just a lot. It's Puritanism. It's a lot. It's a lot of things that makes it like the perfect storm of, you know, censorship. And as you all know, I hate censorship. Yeah, Collective Shout. It's Collective Shout, it's Steam, it's MasterCard, it's Visa, it's people who love censorship, it's antis, it's Puritans, you know, it's everybody. It's everybody. You know, it's everybody in that horrible pile of horrible people that just make it really hard for people. I'm sorry, the fiction is too scary for you. Does the fiction make you feel like you did a bad thing? Do you not know how to separate fiction from reality, Uwu? Oh no. Like, we have an issue with like literacy. We have an issue with media literacy and people not knowing. Back in the Satanic Panic, you know, way back in the Satanic Panic, that video games do not cause shooters, you know, that horror movies do not cause violence, and that visual novels or like, you know, lolly anime does not cause people to become, you know, criminals, you know? Anyway. NCOS, who paint their anti-fiction crusade as finding exploitation, which is extra vile. Yeah, it's extra vile. God forbid, you know, victims wanna, you know, enjoy, God forbid victims wanna, like, you know, enjoy dark fiction and reclaim their experiences and all that stuff, you know? Fiction is a very healthy coping mechanism. I'm sorry people get so bent out of shape over, like, drawings. Anyway. Andy speaking while I'm here ready to consume the oleander. Well, I guess bro God I am. I'm actually very pleasantly surprised. I expected to get a lot more hate. There have been a couple complaints here and there. Since the Jazz page was announced, but I expected way more hatred, you know. Instead, I got some rather nice messages. I got some people saying that they're excited for it, that the art is cute, that they're excited for the incest route, and that really makes me happy. Especially because when I tried to promote it on various social media, I got people like shouting me down, deleting my comments, deleting my posts, because it was like Reddit, so Reddit mods, I guess, on a power trip. It got deleted from our visual novels, it got deleted from Otome games, because people were saying it wasn't a real Otome game, people were saying it wasn't a real Yuri game. If it has Otome routes and it has Yuri routes, it's both a Yuri and an Otome game. Why is this so hard for you to understand? You know, Gekka Ryoda no Romance, way back in like 2008, I wanna say? Wait a sec, when did Gekka come out? Way back in like 2011. Way back in 2011, that was an Otome game with a full romantic sexual Yuri route. You know what? It's just as much an Otome game as any other game, you know? So I was expecting, given the amount of like bullying and the amount of like people trying to like gatekeep what an Otome is, what a Yuri game is, trying to force the label of Amare, which is an artificial genre. It doesn't really exist. It's something that people made up, specifically Westerners made up, to essentially make their game sound more special, but it's literally just an otome game. It's such a broad definition, it doesn't even have a real definition, don't even get me started, but basically, people are trying to gatekeep the concept of an otome game, and of a yuri game, and of a BL game, by lumping everything together into this special, fancy, artificial genre that they made up that has no connection in the Japanese categorization, you know, the people who invented eroge and otome game. It's just something that is an artificial genre in the West. It really caught on. But it's very artificial. It's basically how it's broadly described, and Amada is broadly described as a game which is more racially diverse and more diverse for sexual orientations, meaning it can have female and female, male and male, female and male, non-binary, non-binary, non-binary female, non-binary and male, and like, that is such an incredibly broad term. That could be literally any visual novel. It means nothing. It means everything, and therefore it means nothing. It came about in 2020. Amare has literally no roots in Japan at all. It's not considered a real genre, not even in the visual novel database. It's just very obtuse, it's very broad, it's very vague. It's literally just for Westerners to make their game more special sounding, so they don't have to admit that their game is actually a BL, or a yuri, or an otome game, or just a platonic visual novel. Not all visual novels are romantic. Anyway, I'm sorry I got off on such a long tangent, such a long-worded tangent. Who lets me talk? Why have you let me talk for this long? All right. In conclusion, I'm really excited about the Jazz page being out. I really hope that Steam will allow my game to go through. Please, if you would be so kind, if you could reblog and retweet, and wishlist and pre-order my game on Just, as well as on Steam when it comes out there, if it comes out there. It would really make me happy if you could retweet and reblog the posts I've made about it. That would really help with visibility. If you want to donate or commission, that would also be wonderful. I think we're about $1,000 away, roughly, including like PayPal fees. We're like $1,000 away. We are so close. I am every day. I hope that today's the day that we reach 100%. Every day I hope that we reach 100%. So, you know, maybe tomorrow will be the day. Hello, dog. It's going okay. It was a really cruddy day, but it's better now that I'm talking with everyone. Thanks for letting me get all this off my chest. I appreciate it. Weirdly, Akaito and Aishiro were marketed as otome, despite fitting the definition. I think a lot of people got confused by lesbians. I don't know what those games are, but wouldn't they be yuri games? Wouldn't they be yuri games, or it sounds like if there's lesbians in it, wouldn't it be yuri? I'm not sure. I don't know those games. Let me look it up actually. Akaito. Let me see. Oh, okay. Okay, this looks very yuri to me. This looks very yuri to me. Just who are the characters? Okay, so you play as a girl. Yeah. Okay, this seems very yuri to me, honestly. Or maybe it's like platonic? No, it seems very yuri to me. Oh, what cute art! Oh, the art is so cute! What is this for? It's for like the PS2? It was originally for the PS2! Thank you for the recommendation. It looks very yuri to me. Alright. Sorry for babbling so much. I'm sorry for wasting so much of your time, but I appreciate all of you listening to me complain. And I do feel better now. I do feel a bit better now that I've whined a lot. And I'm really sorry to be such a whiner and to be so much of a bother, but I really appreciate it. Yuri Otome games. Ooh. Does that mean there's both male and female love interests? That's so cool. That's so cool. Is that what it is? Yuri? Is it because it's Yuri Otome, is there male and female love interests? That's really cool. Anyway, I hope I wasn't too annoying for you guys. I really appreciate you guys listening to me and keeping me company and supporting me. Don't worry about it. Thank you, dog. Thank you for the head pat. Thank you for the head pats. So you know, the second we reach 100%, I'm gonna do like a celebratory stream, and we can always go over 100%. If we go over 100%, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try and throw a little extra in for you guys. I'm gonna throw in like extra CG. Not like a crazy amount of extras, but I want to like have like 3 CGs or something, depending on how much we go over 100%, when we hit 100%. You know? So I'm gonna keep trying, keep my hopes up. I'm not gonna succumb to scope creep. Don't worry. But I think it would be cool if I gave you guys a little bit extra if we went over our goal a bit. It was nice coming back after a while. Yeah, thank you for coming back, Kitty. I hope you're doing alright. I hope you're doing better. Okay. Well, I'm sorry if you wanted Fate Stay Night today. We didn't play Fate Stay Night today, but we'll play it next time. On Saturday, we're gonna be playing Koi Choco. Next week, we're gonna be playing Hoshizuru no Memoria, and more Koi Choco, and Nurse Love Addiction, which I really enjoy. So that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for listening, and thank you for keeping me company. I really appreciate it. You guys are so sweet and very tolerant. I appreciate it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's definitely not on you. It's not on you. You definitely don't have to think that you must take on the burden. It's a community goal. It's for everybody to chip in. So don't worry about it. Okay. That's all I have for today. Thank you for listening. I'm sorry for whining. Thank you. Bye-bye!